Here are 4 Chelsea fans. They've been stuck in a room together to find out if all Chelsea fans think the same. The concept of the video is really simple. I read out a statement like this: Hazard was a better winger for Chelsea than Salah is for Liverpool. And then they move left or right depending on whether they strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree. Did I nab this concept from Jubilee? Maybe. But watch the full video to find out if Chelsea fans truly think the same.
Hazard revolutionised the Premier League. He was that winger for us. He delivered for us. He delivered more than one Premier League, unlike Salah. So that's one of the main reasons why I put Hazard above him for his Premier League legacy. He's won more. And he brought the flair, and he brought the technical ability, and he brought everything to the club and to the Premier League. So Salah's got the numbers, but in the end of the day, football's just more than numbers.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like Hazard would be man of the match without scoring the most goals, getting the most assists, and the football that he played, like he brought so much more to the team, and he carried us throughout loads of those games. And yeah, so if you're looking at numbers, yeah, okay, you might argue that Salah is better, but in terms of what Hazard did on the pitch, dribbling, taking on players, literally running through defences like they don't exist, Hazard's the better player.
I think Hazard still has the most man the matches in Premier League history, and he's been gone for 4 years, which only just speaks about how good he was at Chelsea.
Oh, he's retired now as well.
But the only thing is, like, Liverpool fans take as a disrespect. It's not really a disrespect. It's just the bar is that high. I look at Hazard as the best player in the 2010s. Salah, you could put him in a top 5, maybe even a top 3. But Hazard, he's number 1. Salah's not better than him.
In my opinion, I think if Hazard was playing in Liverpool system, he would have got a lot more goals than what he did. But like Nina said, he offered a lot more without the GNA. Hazard could literally be the best player on the pitch without scoring a goal or getting an assist. So
selling Havertz for £65 million is deal of the century.
Deal of the century.
Can I leave the door?
Yeah, let's leave the building, man. Hey.
Actually, yeah, you know what.
Bye, Lewis. This man threw a party when Kai Havertz got sold.
This guy had a rave.
Yeah.
That leaving party was lit though.
Selling Kai Havertz for 65 million is one of the biggest finesses that I've ever seen in the whole time of watching football, right? This guy did nothing the whole time he was at Chelsea for 3 years. Mikel Arteta could have gone and got James Maddison. He could have gone and got Kudus. He could have even tried to go get a Pochettino, for example. But no, let me go get that seahorse that's done nothing the whole 3 years that he's been at in the Premier League. I couldn't believe it. Real Madrid walked away. They said 45 million max, then they walked away. And that was in euros.
Listen, he won us a Champions League. Well done for that, mate. I celebrated. I was gassed. And that's it. 65 million for him. He's living nothing.
You sold him for 65 million and used that money to get Cole Palmer, who's done more in 3 games than he's done the entire time. Thank you, Arsenal.
Thank you
much
very much.
appreciated.
Let me just say a quick stat. Cole Palmer has created 3 big chances in 3 games, right? Kai Havertz created 6 in 3 years at Chelsea, by the way. 3 years at Chelsea.
That's more than I thought.
By the way.
First.
No, Cole Palmer is the player that we hoped Havertz would be, period. And he's just come and he's done that quickly. And now he's a regular starter, no doubt.
The mad part of it is, in the summer, these Arsenal fans, right, they were gaslighting us time and time again.
Chelsea's best player.
Chelsea misprofiled him. Chelsea didn't play him in the right position. Yeah. Okay, so why have you moved him from the 8 role that you said he's going to come in and do a madness, and now you're playing him up top?
Don, why are they giving him pity penalties against Bournemouth?
Thank you, Arsenal, for taking him off our hands, man. Thank you so much, man.
I would rather Spurs win the Premier League this season than Arsenal.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yes.
I'd rather you didn't, but if it's you or Arsenal, I have a gun to my head for the greater good. For the greater good. You're the lesser evil.
Is that basically just online now?
Anyone but Arsenal. Anybody. Genuinely anybody.
You guys seem a bit unsure in the
I feel like
middle.
Arsenal fans would be hard to shut up, and considering there's so many around my circle, I feel like I never hear the end of it.
But giving Tottenham that Premier League, though.
It's only one goal.
Graduate from the kiddie table,
The thing is, for me, this is why. Number one.
Graduate from the kiddie table, that's fine, we've won multiple. Arsenal, they're unbearable.
Personally, I know a lot more Arsenal fans than I do Spurs fans, right? And if Spurs were to win the Premier League, it will only be their first one. If Arsenal were to win the Premier, it will be their 4th one. So they're only one less than us. So I'd rather Spurs because I don't see Spurs winning another one before we do. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather Spurs just because of that. It will give you your one, have your one. Do you know what I'm saying? You lot have been in the trenches for a while. We'll firm it. But Arsenal fans, unbearable bunch, man.
Yeah.
I would rather Chelsea qualified for the Champions League than win the FA Cup this season.
Yeah, that's me.
Damn.
No,
Strongly agree.
I got a reason for this, though.
That's hard, you know.
Trophies, back to the Champions League.
Top 4 FA Cup, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bro, you're moving like Arsenal, bro.
Yeah, I just deep. But the question was.
As we are right now, I'd rather the FA Cup.
You know what? I hear it.
Come here.
We need that winning feeling.
The winning feeling. We need that competitive.
Talk to me. Why do you initially go on that?
I went over there because we actually win the Champions League. So like when we're in it, I actually believe we can actually win it. We had our worst season last year and we still made it to the quarterfinal and we were competitive.
Plus it's more attractive in terms of buying new players. But the thing is, we've already bought so much. Other than a striker, we don't need anything
100%.
else.
Exactly.
So I'd rather have that winning feeling and build that within the
100%.
squad.
These new players definitely need to experience winning together. Do you know what I'm saying? I think an FA Cup could be the beginning of more trophies to come. Similar to like with Man City when they started to win the Carabao Cups.
If Pochettino wins a cup with Chelsea, he's going to prove a point. He's actually going to install a lot of faith from the fans, the players as well. And like I said, if you want to get confidence in one way, winning an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup doesn't matter. I don't really distinguish one from the other. Domestic cups to domestic cup. And yeah, it proves a point and it means a bigger building block for next season. So.
And ironically, they both get into Europe. Winning the Carabao Cup gets you Conference League and winning the FA Cup against Europa League. So.
And we've won the Europa League both times we've been in it. So what's to say that we can't
we'll
do it
again?
4-1 Arsenal, Baku. Remember that?
To be fair, that's probably the only game I was ever supporting Chelsea in my life, so I'll take that one. Poch will still be Chelsea manager at the start of next season. Oh, as he loses the little deliberation there, going across to agree.
I don't think he's going to do as bad as it looked at the start. So I think he'll still be here. Like, as long as we're not in relegation form, I don't see any reason for him to get sacked.
Yeah, truly, what could be worse than last season as well? Like, that's my thinking. What could be worse?
The problem is, me speaking as a Spurs fan, like from the outside in looking at you guys don't tend to hang around managers very long. If
But we're trying to go away from that.
Yeah,
That's the old regime. We need to stick by a manager now. There's no more chopping and changing.
People don't realise that Tuchel was sacked because he didn't want to work with the new owners. And then Potter was given so much time. Do you know what I'm saying? We lost to Southampton.
We were so patient with
Potter. He was getting, after every loss, after every draw, it was coming out that they still support him. They still support him. We lost to Southampton, bottom of the league. Still bottom of the league when they beat us, right? He was still in the job. We lost to you guys, 2-0. He was still in the job. The narrative that that Poch ain't going to get time isn't true. If Poch is doing the right things and we can see progress, he will get time.
Yeah, for this season, we'll have that mentality. But obviously next season now, we'd want to see a lot more.
Yeah.
As long as we get back into Europe.
Get back into Europe.
Like, the standards have to stay the same. I get where you understand Chelsea have to take a step back, but you have to look at games like, let's say the Arsenal games, the top 6 games. I think we need to go there and we need to win these matches.
Ange Postecoglou has a higher ceiling than Pochettino as a manager.
It's hard to say. He's only been here.
Too early.
Too early.
So by the premise of it's too early, I'm just going to say disagree. Not strongly, because we don't know. He got a Carabao Cup in the first round, or whatever the hell he played, like against Fulham.
Fulham away,
that's
not for everyone.
Not good.
Not for everyone.
So, but again, I'm not going to write him off and be delusional and say he can't do anything, because it's only been a small sample size, like I said. So let's see. And Poch, again, he's still early in his managerial career. It's hard to say. So I'll say disagree for now. Poch,
as like a side question that's sort of like related to it, because obviously being a Spurs fan and Poch was obviously at Spurs beforehand. Are you worried about the fact that he couldn't win anything with us?
That's the big question mark for me. You know what I mean? He's got a lot.
This is a Tottenham thing.
That's the thing. Yeah, with
Mourinho
Spurs,
and Conte couldn't do it.
That is true. That is true. Mourinho and Conte couldn't do it, and they're both winning managers. And with the environment that Poch was in at Spurs, he didn't have the same level of investment or ambition that he has at Chelsea, right? So he's going to get given the tools. He's going to have the money here. But at the same time, the decision making in the final moments is key. Because when he went to the Champions League final, he didn't have to start Harry Kane. Lucas Moura just scored a hat-trick. Harry Kane was hobbling everywhere, and he decided to start him and basically played with 10 men. Do you know what I'm saying? So in the final moments, I still need to see Poch prove himself.
Mourinho's 04-05 Chelsea team is the greatest Premier League side. Oh, strongly disagree.
Oh, disagree.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was not expecting that.
Back up.
The greatest.
The greatest.
Someone concede less goals than 15 in a season.
That's the stat, right?
We'll talk.
That's a good stat.
And the team itself was just a lovely team.
Like, I could hear Centurions over 04-05, but like, we've also got something that isn't going to be topped. Nobody is conceding less than 15 in a season.
You disagree?
I think what we did is a big achievement, but the reason why I'm gravitating more towards Man City is the fact that they've literally dominated the league. Do you know what I'm saying? With the same sort of players. So as much as we had a good achievement only conceding 15 goals, the amount of goals that they scored, they got over 100 points.
Oh, 100 points.
They cleared so many records that season, right? And just the type of football that we were seeing.
I love my boys in blue. But when Man City did what they did, the Centurions.
That was a
I'm
serious
not saying
season.
I am saying it's better. I'm standing here, but like I'm not saying ours is like a lot lower. But to do 100 points for me is a little bit more impressive than 15 goals in my opinion.
How does your side rank to like the Invincibles or maybe Man
Oh,
United?
we're
Travel
clearly-
time?
I think it's better than
that's
that.
overrated.
Them
better than
draw
that.
merchants. Nah, we beat the Invincibles the season before. Only Arsenal can be invincible and knocked out 2 cup competitions in a week.
Reece James is clear of Trent.
Oh.
Oh, there was a little stutter over there.
I know why you asked that question though. It's because of the injury.
Are you all strongly agree or just agree?
Strongly agree.
I agree. I
Agree.
don't strongly agree.
I'm
I
here.
agree.
I think he's a better
yeah.
player overall. And the reason why the question is a question is because of the injuries. But you're saying better player, and he's a better player.
He asked if he's clear.
But when he plays, he is clear.
But then that's also got to be a little bit a part of it, right?
Yeah.
Still got to be like on a consistent level. Like how often?
But then if that was the case, we'd still be over there because Trent plays way more than James does.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, when it comes to defending and attacking, he's better than Trent.
Yeah.
But Trent attacking is elite as well. So I can't say Reece James is clear of Trent. I think he's better than Trent, comfortably as well. But I don't think he's clear of Trent. You know what I mean?
I think you can argue like going forward, like attacking wise, yeah, okay, there's been times where Trent has been better than James, but defensively, one-on-one, like James shuts down like more wingers than Trent does.
Gusto's got better defensive stats than Trent this season already.
Yeah.
But when Reece James is fit and healthy, the guy should be starting for England. Do you know what I mean? He's the best right back, in my opinion, in the country.
Stamford Bridge should be knocked down and rebuilt.
Knocked down and rebuilt. So same like Stamford Bridge where we are now.
Yeah, staying where we are or
site.
leaving?
Stay in there.
Staying there.
Stay in there.
Yeah.
No, I want to move.
I quite.
He wants to pack his bags and get out of there.
We need a stadium bigger than 60k.
Yeah, only,
if we're gonna spend
that's
it.
the reason. That's the reason.
Look how small that area is.
55k. 55k.
We cannot
We need more
build
than that.
above 60k.
We
Like,
need more than
anywhere
that.
else we go, we can build 65k, 70k, build an actual big ground, not spend $1 billion, dig downwards, move out for 4 years anyway
10K
while we're
extra
doing it.
seats.
All for 10, 15k
Yeah.
seats that will all
It's not
be,
worth it.
but they're all going to be hospitality too. And then the bridge seats are going to get hiked up. We're going to have to pay extra result, all for like 13k extra. Now move.
It's not
Let's
worth
move.
it. I think knock it down and
What's the
move.
reasons for?
To be fair, if it's only about 15,000, then I hear your point. There isn't a point. I just have problems of change. I love Stamford Bridge. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's easy to get to transport-wise. I live in London, okay? But no, it depends. But
They might call it a hut, but it's my hut.
to be fair though, I agree with you because then it means that while that stadium's being built, we get to still play at Stamford Bridge, yeah? Instead of going to play like at Wembley or like Craven Cottage or something.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's that, then I
That
would not
is-
want to play at Craven Cottage.
Or worse, the London Stadium. Imagine going there every other week.
No. I saw you watching it.
I can't do Westwood anymore.
That's a really good point. The fact that we get to stay in Stamford Bridge whilst our stadium's getting built,
You know what?
and it's more than 55k. Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Just move further and
Shout
further.
out to the stadium. Your stadium is nice. I like your stadium. I want something like that, but Chelsea.
Maybe that little space that we purchased is just for the trophy cabinet, and we're just going to.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Sorry, where'd you put one of those? Don't know what they are.
Don't worry, we'll take you there one
take
time.
you,
A little
yeah.
stadium tour.
Never.
Yeah.
Been there a few times. Had to have 3 showers afterwards. Cool. That's it. That's everything.
Nice one. That was really fun.